Welcome to the Shaw's Law Podcast interview series. Today I have 2017 Monmouth University graduate Justin Robinson. While at Monmouth, Justin scored over 2,000 points and was the two-time MAC Conference Player of the Year. What's good, Just?
What's good, my boy?
So let's just kind of jump right into things. Since graduating from Monmouth, how has your basketball career progressed?
So after graduation, I had a little stint with the Heat for summer league. They offered a two-way contract, but pretty much told me that I would be in the G League the entire season because they had Dragic coming back off an All-Star season. They had Josh Richardson as their primary reserve guard, and at the time they had Tyler Johnson, who was basically like their third string, but defensive effort guard. So I was pretty much told that if I did take the two-way contract option, I would have my one guaranteed call-up throughout the year, but then I would pretty much be on assignment with the G League team in Sioux Falls. So I opted not to take that route, and I went overseas to Russia. And my first team with Akador Saratov, played BTB League and Champions League qualification rounds. My first year overseas was pretty much kind of like a roller coaster until about January. Yeah, like some strange coaching changes, a lot of weird team meetings. So introduction into the European basketball lifestyle wasn't really a smooth transition. Once January hit, it got like a little smoother. Then February, I ended up getting MVP of the month of February in the BTB League, and at the time I was in league history. So that's still fan. Up there, and ended up going to France for 2 seasons.
All right, so you've been a professional hooper for 3 years now. What's the difference between being a college athlete and a professional athlete?
So big pro to college, that your day is pretty much like mapped out for you. You know, you wake up, you got workouts, you got classes, then you got practice, then you have study hall, or another workout at night. So your day is pretty much mapped out for you. As a pro, you really got to do that yourself. So I have practice in the morning, then you got the whole day to do whatever you want, and then another practice at night. So that's where a lot of guys get lost at when they make their transition from amateur to a professional athlete. They tend to get lazy, stop working so hard, and realizing what got them there in the first place. That the big pro to being a professional is obviously you got no classes. So once that school stuff is over, you got more time to focus on whatever you really want to focus on. Just make sure that the energy is directed towards a positive place.
So you mentioned you played in Russia for a year. In the last 2 seasons, you've been in France. And this past season, you led France in assists. You led your league in France in assists. What's the difference between those two leagues, your Russian league and the league you're in now in France?
So the Russian league is more so like big man dominated. Like every team in Russia has like 2 7-footers. So like I'm a big pick and roll player. So I mean it's like heaven to me because all the big men they play like a drop coverage. So they sit back and I could come off and like just pick it apart. Whereas the French league, there's more like the big men are like under 7 feet and they're like more athletic and more mobile. So every coverage is a hard hedge. So it made me pass the ball more, but I've gotten a lot more decisive and accurate with my passes, hence the assist numbers.
All right, can you just run us through what a typical week during your season is? Like, what's your week look like in the heart of the season?
In the heart of the season, I wake up a little early and I stretch just to wake my body up. And I go to my morning practice. After my morning practice, I make 500 shots. Then I go do like a little light lift. Go home, eat, rest before my nighttime practice. Nighttime practice is usually like a little more live than the morning practice. Mornings are usually like skill work and individuals. So in the nighttime we go live, and that's when I'll implement what I worked on throughout the day. Then after my night practice, I do like an ice tub stretch. And then I'll go find something to eat. And then by that time, all my people in America are awake. So that's why I get my conversations in. Then I'll find a movie or a show that I'm watching, and then I'll go to sleep before like midnight.
So you're in a foreign country when you're not at the gym, which apparently isn't a lot of time because you described almost 5 practices a day, it felt like. How do you spend your time? Like, what do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I watch a lot of film. I watch a lot of guards. I watch a lot of Kemba Walker. I watch a lot of Mike James and Shane Larkin because they're the premier guards over in Europe. And then I'll go back and I'll watch like older footage. I'll watch like John Stockton, Gary Payton, and my favorites are obviously Chris Paul and Al Iverson. So I watch a lot of them, but I've got their footage almost memorized. I try to keep it fresh. And if I'm not watching film, I'm watching some show. If I'm in the mood for like a kind of like a mindless comedy, I watch like Rick and Morty.
Okay.
I'm a big Rick and Morty guy. I watch The Flash. He's my favorite superhero, so I watch The Flash and Green Arrow. Or I'll try to like find different movies.
That's all dope. You know, I'm a big superhero guy. I'm definitely going to check out Rick and Morty. What have you enjoyed about playing in foreign countries?
Just seeing different countries, embracing different cultures. That's a big part of it. Is embracing different cultures. Because obviously every place is different. And it's funny because basketball makes the world a lot smaller than the world really is. So you see a lot of people that you knew growing up in the basketball world or just watching on YouTube. And it's cool to play against some of those guys now at the professional level.
All right, what do you miss about the States when you're overseas?
The known food options, free refills on drinks. Yo, that one is a killer.
I didn't know that there were no free refills over in France.
In all of Europe, there ain't no free refills. They don't even have fountain drinks. They do it themselves.
All right, bro. I know your time is precious, so just one last question. What goals do you have for the next few seasons?
The next couple seasons, I'd like to be an MVP in either Euro competition or domestic league competition. I was close my first year in France. I got edged out by the Dave Holston, who is pretty much a legend. Go look him up and watch the footage.
I definitely will.
David Holston, I think he played at, I can't remember the name of the school now. It was a mid-major. He was in school at the same time as like Steph Curry.
Okay, so like that 2008, 2009 range.
Yeah, he was lighting it up. He got over like 2,100 points, over 500 assists. Like he lights it up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Justin Robinson. He was gracious enough to give us his time If you don't remember his college career, you should definitely look it up. 3-time All-MAC first team, the Lou Henson Award winner for the best mid-major player. Justin, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you giving us your time. Thank you, bro.
No doubt, Rob.